All right. Welcome back, everyone, to session number 6 of our Heart of Mora campaign.
Give it away, guys.
All right. So last time we left off, you guys are still at sea on the Breath of Arga. As the fog had surrounded the ship and caused it to slow its pace, and you guys keeping sharp eye on the captain's quarters after finding the mysterious object and having it locked away in her chest. The days continued to pass until the fog eventually did lift to find that the rest of the fleet was nowhere in sight. That being the case, Zovra worriedly, of course, but proceeded to continue on towards the Heart of Mora as was planned. A little warily, however, now that there is not a powerful fleet of ships amongst you. But nevertheless, you guys continued onward, which the days continue to pass on until an evening where you guys were in the kitchen having some dinner, and a disturbance was heard in the storage room. Timdel asking permission from Cassian to use the keys and following her into the storage room, discovered that Lucile had been hiding in there all along, threatening Cassian's life to allow her to leave. The situation did not go as anyone planned, and it escalated to the point where Barrett nearly died. But Lucile was incapacitated, left alive, and then eventually, when the captain and everybody else was brought into the situation, she brought her back to her captain's quarters for questioning, which she revealed that she was a member of the Black Moon cult who had been contracted out to find this object and take it back where she was supposed to rendezvous with someone or something in the nation as she was expecting. Unfortunately, this ship is not going to the nation of Avondale, as she is unaware of until recent now. Being that Captain Zovra wanted to see what this object could potentially do to someone, threatened it against Lucile, but was talked out of it by Kushagra, and instead is now chained and bound to the bowsprit, where she hangs from a 15-foot rope over the ocean as the ship continues to heave onwards towards the Heart of Mora, barely alive and dangling as it is still evening. And the captain is returning to her quarters, where the four of you, Lucian, Davina, Kushagra, and Barrett, are still in wait. And then Timdel and Usk, are you guys following as well?
We'll go back. Well,
Okay.
I'll go back at least, sorry.
So she comes back into the captain's quarters and is clearly rattled, of course, right now, but she kind of like, I do not know if I should thank you or not. It seems, at bare minimum, I am grateful that we were able to find this stowaway aboard the ship, so none of my passengers or crew will be under her harm. Although I am still very concerned about this object and its nature. I will keep it locked up in here for now. I do not know how to thank you all for this, though.
Just continue to keep us safe as you have been. You are doing your best to take us safely to our destination. That is all the thanks I need.
I'm trying my best, yes. It's been a very interesting day. I think it would be reasonable to settle for the rest of the night.
Yes, of course. We have overstayed our welcome. Come, let's leave Zobra to get some rest.
Yes, of course.
Don't
I'm going
worry.
to pocket the dagger.
She's not going anywhere.
I'm going to pocket the dagger that we took off of
Okay.
Lucile.
What kind of sword did she get? Just curiosity.
She had a short sword on her.
Splendid. Well, take that from
Just on the way out.
You're taking her short sword?
Yeah.
Like, stick it up off the ground.
us. Lovely question.
She loses a short
I was
sword,
supposed
loses a dagger, and she lost all of her gold.
Yeah, I was kind of hoping someone else would pat her down before she got tied to the front. I feel like it's definitely something on her person that I missed.
You guys had your
Oh, right,
chance.
because you only rolled like a 5, right? Yeah.
Yeah, but no metagame.
We're getting our mantles back.
No. But
Well, they're being used to tie her,
Okay.
so
I wasn't sure
Perhaps.
if they were still attached to her or just,
yeah. Like, as it is, she is hands behind her back, feet as well behind her, and, like, folded up reverse crab walk, dangling from the bowsprit, like, swinging with the ship. Bad time. Super bad time. So as Zofra pushes you guys out, escorts you out of her chambers and closes the door behind you, hear the locking of it. Jason,
Jason.
who's up on top deck earlier than he wants to be right now, and kind of like, so, and Skippy kind of informs of what's going on and all that sort of stuff, and he's like, so I'm expected to all night. Well, I mean, I'm more than happy to take over for the first few hours if you want to get a couple more hours of shut-eye there, Jason. Not at all. I'm sure I'll be fine. Go rest, Skippy, and I'll continue on. So the rest of you guys, what would you like to do? As you're all just standing out on the top deck right now, outside of the captain's quarters.
it's nighttime.
It's night, yeah. It's like coming into the night where the staff have already changed over for the most part, and the evening crew is on.
As I was rested
Smaller.
earlier, I will take this evening's watch over the.
You still think that we should keep an eye on the door?
I still think that we should be keeping an extra eye on the quarters, the captain's quarters. Yes.
It's luring people.
Tyndale agrees.
She is also a crafty one, Lucile. I would not give up on her escape.
Do you
Or
have somebody
that
watching her?
Usked never left the bowsprit. He never went to the cabin.
He's watching.
He stayed.
He's waiting for the opportunity to
He's
eat.
fishing.
Okay.
He's fishing.
Waiting
Never
for
judged
something
that.
to...
Waiting.
He'd rather eat her than have something eat her. Something
That's
else.
my food.
That is my dinner. I earned that dinner, and I will be having that dinner.
I think we already agreed on it, but I don't think it's safe for me to take watch on the door.
I think that is wise for now, until I start coming down with the same symptoms. I agree.
I have no problem taking over the watch. It's no problem.
I was able to rest earlier. I was sleeping when all of this happened, so I.
Davina was the last one to take watch.
Yeah.
I still think it's best that
I am fresh.
not.
So
that I
she's-
stay away from it as well for a
She
bit.
needs some rest.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Is Cruel on the in his normal spot at this time?
As you guys are having this discussion, he does begin to ascend from the bottom of the ship and kind of come out and looks towards the front of the ship. Like someone's in his spot right now. So he kind of like stands there and like
I don't think you're gonna be moving him.
Oh, they have like a breathing match.
starts to walk over towards Usk and stands like near to you and just kind of looks out towards the water, taking in the breeze. See if he notices a swinging tabaxi.
Is she gagged or is she?
No.
No.
Probably not.
Screaming much, maybe. She's pretty fucking fucked up too, so like near death, and probably not able to do much with what strength that she might have. He doesn't seem to notice. He just kind of silently looks out into the night, and you won't notice, but he like glances at your giant backside every now and then.
It is 4.
That's what my name means. Like my report. It means a crown of laurel leaves.
Tim, you somehow have a bit of rapport with him. Rule. Can you come with me and while
Yes, I will come with you. I will not say anything.
I just need something to keep me in line, so I don't do something stupid. Are you okay?
Fine.
I walk over towards Usk and Rule, and I kind of just
Slowly turns his head.
I'm gonna poke it from behind him.
Small Tim. Loud business on the ship tonight.
I kind of loud, the scar across my.
He like barely glances over his shoulder. He does seem to notice, actually. Kind of does a double take. That is new.
Yeah, it just happened a little bit ago. Didn't hear the rockets?
I heard a ruckus. Stirred from slumber.
It woke you up.
You are in fight or practice poorly. How came you of this?
A sword to the neck?
Sort of looks at you and looks at Usk. From?
I kind of point behind Usk.
There is something swinging.
Her name's Lucile.
She got you.
Yeah.
Why not kill her?
Because she has information that I'm still hoping that she might let go.
Who is she?
She was carrying this on her. I hold out the dagger.
Why is she not dead?
Because I'm trying to find out who hired her. Because it wasn't.
Waste of time. These ones need to be killed.
Well, that's not your decision.
3 people on watch. We got one cool, but you know.
It's night, day, and night checks. That's it.
Why? They are scum. They pollute, corrupt, follow what they do not know, preach what they do not see. They are black, and death only follows. Misguided fools.
I believe we are having 2 different conversations here. Let's back this up. Pardon?
Zizek. Sartor. At this point, you guys roll me perception checks.
It's a nat 20.
Oh, that's a 10 for me. 1 second.
Perception, I think, is still
16.
Are we all up there?
Just
13.
yourself,
Oh,
Barrett,
yeah.
and
Not ten.
yeah. You guys are on the top deck still, but like over by the cap. You can go over if you want to.
I'm sort of shadow dancing
Okay.
myself.
I will bring it down
Blades
to you.
in
I'm just kind of leaning against like the side, just watching her.
practicing the forms.
You know?
You nat 20. Yeah, Usk, you hear this kind of like scratching, and you see these claw marks appear on the wood and heading out to the bowsprit. You just see this like weird image, almost this small creature-like thing, like how Predator appears almost for a moment
Yeah.
before you kind of lose sight of it as it's slightly invisible. And then you see like pockets of Lucile just being outturned,
Fuck.
each one in backpack pulled off of her, and it just kind of like hovers for a moment before things just start flying out of it, like crowbar, bag of something.
Grabs onto the rope that she is dangling by and starts hauling her up.
Stop.
What's going on?
Magic.
Are you trying something behind our back?
No.
Inside check.
Not behind back.
No.
He's definitely.
You're a bad liar.
I mean, technically, it's not him. It's invisible friend.
Exact. Yeah. But
You don't speak abyssal. So
We
he
can't.
says,
Only Boost can see Zigzag, right?
But I'm guessing we hear the things hitting the water and him
yeah, you hear the like,
pouring-
boom, boom. Usk sees this as you're pulling her up to reach. You hear this kind of like, and then he kind of puts his arm out and something like pushes from the weight of it lurching on, and he kind of pulls a piece of meat out of his pocket, and you see it just kind of like disappear out of his hand.
Oh, that's disgusting.
Sorry.
Nobody speaks abyssal.
Oh, what was it? No.
You don't know what he's saying.
So many tables.
She has nothing of value on her.
Okay, just because she has nothing of value doesn't mean that she doesn't have some value.
Have it your way. But
So you're not in on this at all.
no.
There goes my theory.
You guys can roll me an insight check.
Yeah.
16.
15.
It's a dirty 20.
Damn, Boost.
Insightful.
Insightful.
I actually rolled a nat 20 on that.
Oh, okay. Disregard.
I don't know shit.
Just don't know what.
We found.
He's got +4 to that. It's hard to tell.
We'll be taking first word. Well,
Until the captain says otherwise, she's there, alive.
Have it your way. But know that she must die.
And he like turns himself quickly and then just kind of stomps back down the stairs.
She's a delightful fellow.
somebody's angry.
Are you still holding her? Or
You've like pulled
I,
her
called
like,
her on
up.
the deck. She's like flopped on the deck. Still in shackles.
It's hurting, obviously. It's wincing in pain. Like, so weak that she can hardly talk type of thing.
Bored. Yo, Captain. Bored.
Yeah, I feel like you might try something. Feels like it's hiding something though. Am I the only one that thought that?
Yes.
I'm the only one that thought that, or you don't think he's hiding anything?
Seem to be pretty upset to me.
Okay, I'll go see the captain and tell her just to keep an eye out for the person that we were keeping an eye out for. Who watches the watchman?
Knocking on her door.
Yeah.
After a moment or two, she kind of hear that
I'm standing in front of the door.
you're there.
Yeah.
Boucher.
Just need to explain that. I just want to let her know.
Sorry to bother you again. But we have the other tiefling, Cruel, thinks that was very adamant that we should kill our prisoner stowaway. Very adamant. As in, I think that he might try something. So just kind of a heads up that if you're looking to keep her for any particular reason, maybe the information on who hired her or whatnot.
Interesting. I cannot blame him. I want to kill her as well.
Yeah, but
It is.
you want to kill her because she's on your ship and she attacked on your ship. His reasons seem don't seem so black and white.
Well, if you would like her to stay alive,
I think that she might have more information, or at least might be able to point us in the right direction once we hit land.
how much is her life worth to you?
Are we talking money? Are we talking...
What have you to offer?
Don't know.
If you want her to survive this trip, that is on you at the moment. I do not care if she lives or dies. She is a stowaway on my ship and has caused me much pain, and for all I know, she has killed 4 of my crew members.
Oh,
Why would she have killed 4?
I do not know. I do not know her business. She will not say. Other than what she has, of course, told us, which I don't know if they are lies or truth.
I doubt she was the reason for the storm, but
I very much doubt that as well. That seems like a power that only the gods have.
do you have something in mind so that we keep her around?
If she is still hanging from the bowsprit, that is my idea, and I am quite content with that. If she survives the waters, she was made to live. If not, so be it.
I look at Kshagra. Do you have any preference? You seem to be kind of more the level-headed one of us.
On this
I'm
matter,
really insane.
on this matter, I will defer to the captain. It is her decision.
My decision has been made already. If you wish for her to stay alive, then keep watch of her, I suppose.
Okay.
This cruel individual starts any antagonization against yourselves, that is cause for alarm, but this person's life does not belong to my hands necessarily.
No, he's just an asshole.
Perhaps, but he is an asshole who pays very well for his own place on the ship. And I am to honor that as a captain.
Sure. Turn on your top.
He stays out of my path and my crew members, and that is all I ask of him.
Seems
I guess my hands are tied.
Nice. Is that all?
Yeah.
Good night, then.
Before Barrett leaves, like, we'll close the door, yeah. But on the other side of the door before you leave. Barrett, we will have an opportunity to question her further. But,
It was 'cause
I feel like it is wise to push the captain so hard. She's under a lot of stress.
I'm not trying to push her buttons.
You're worried, I understand.
It comes natural. It's a defense. It comes naturally.
She will provide her use to us, I'm sure. Give it time. Give her some time dangling from the rope, and she will come around.
I don't say that. I don't say this about many people, but I trust your intuition,
Oh, thank you, Barrett.
and I start to make my way back downstairs.
Okay.
Average.
So those of you who are still top deck, Osk, you have Lucile on the deck right now, I suppose. She's still bound and tied, and like you could easily fucking toss her over, and she would swing like a pendulum. She's just kind of like barely keeping her eyes open and conscious.
Just a taste. Yeah,
What's a morsel?
I'm watching this. I'm watching Lucile. Watching this right now. I'm just.
We're just gonna keep her on deck for the while,
Okay.
keeping an eye on her.
Okay.
Which I
Which and you're taking the night watch on just the door and such.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm more concerned about the door to the captain's quarters than I am about
About her. Yeah. So, are you watching her all night?
yes.
Right. Since you are not as fresh as Kshagra, if you want to stay up all night, it'll be a con save. The rest of you guys, Barrett, you're in your room, and you three.
I was doing a little bit of just practicing my forms up top, but
Probably do that for like an hour. Just
Okay.
getting used to the sword again.
I head back to
Was this your like? You don't have a sword?
And I only had a dagger,
Oh,
so I needed.
how nice.
Yeah, I've been practicing with guys before.
It's been a while, but the extra weight of it does feel good after about an hour.
You need a rapier. I need to get one. Yes.
Davina?
I go back to the room.
Okay.
And I just kind of stumble up.
Love how like
spells.
relatively unfazed by all of it. Davina's just like cool temperament. Right? It's cool.
That was an 18 on.
Davina, can you do
Okay,
anything
solid.
about the scar
Solid.
other than healing it?
Fortunately, I can heal, but I cannot replace tissue.
That form was so elegant. All this.
Roll me
Edgy, Sibeth.
roll me a medicine
I
check.
don't want to be edgy.
I've heard women dig boys with scars, but I've heard my love
23.
So you know that there is potential magic. You're not strong enough to wield yet that you can channel things like rejuvenation would repair that damage. You also are aware that alchemists have concocted potions that have done this exact effect as well. So there are ways of repairing that damage for permanent. Nice.
Fortunately, I myself cannot repair it, as I'm not strong enough, but there are some healers and wizards that would be able to, or an alchemist perhaps.
I guess I'll look into it. I'll look into it later.
There's nothing we can do at the moment on this.
Does it look bad?
I think it kind of looks badass. It adds character.
I guess I'm not in a rush to get rid of it then.
Could be worse. You could be dead.
I mean, that's very true.
should be done.
I was close.
Should be dead, actually.
Yeah,
You're welcome.
thank you very much. I think Tyndale, I think helped a lot too. I remember the sword, and then nothing, and then just like boom, and then she was sitting on me.
I'm not over here. I'm over with him.
And I had missed that.
Like you,
I
you,
missed the action. I had been on top deck, keeping an eye on.
I was
you're a follower of death. I didn't see anything when it happened.
You have been in the afterlife also.
It was just because it was so instantaneous. I felt nothing.
That shouldn't affect it.
Just
But I am not dead. So I cannot tell you.
I don't like it.
Dying sucks.
doesn't.
1 star.
I'm gonna be 1 star. Do not recommend.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be in my room. I would like to use my tinker ability, which is my last one right now, to make a miniature Cassian if I can. Actually,
Cute.
yeah. So I'm gonna be working on that,
Okay.
and it can actually say things. So like
Yeah.
something that she would say something. Right? Yeah. Bolstering toy. Well, she works in the kitchen, so maybe if she could like somehow like move her arm. Well, she's a healer, the doctor, right? So
Yeah.
some kind of healing words or something like that.
Like
All
dealer's
well.
choice, of course. Like,
Right, but
you know,
yeah, but that works. Yeah.
I'll take care of you or something
Right,
like
something
that.
like along those lines. So yeah, that's what I'm going to be doing
Don't
in my
worry,
room,
dear.
in my hammock, in my workshop. Wait, where's the barrel?
It should be in your room, I
If it's
believe.
in my room, I am
Yeah.
definitely inside the barrel.
Yeah.
It's just like rocking back and forth a
Yeah.
little bit, like.
Yeah.
She learned it from you.
Yeah, that's what I'm telling you. As one person who lives in a barrel to another, she made a mistake.
Yeah. You're not supposed to come out of the barrel.
No, you never
Don't come out of
leave
the
the barrel.
Never leave the barrel. Okay, so Lucian, you retire, retired. Usk, you're the only one up top, and you're staying up all night.
Yeah.
And Kashaga, you're refreshed enough. With the con save, though, you managed to stave off exhaustion before the morning does finally come, though, and we move into the morning of Hef Day.
Woo!
And the rest of you guys who slept all night. Usk, however, though, you were up all night, and Kashaga, you were up all night. Can you guys both roll me wisdom saving throws?
12.
10.
Okay. Kashaga, you're like watching the doorway, moving with the motion of the water, the evening. Crew members kind of moving every now and then. You're kind of looking directly at Jason as he takes over the helm after a while and relieves Skippy. And kind of Skippy comes past you and just, good night, Kashaga, and goes downstairs.
Good night, Skippy.
Yeah. Kind of pats you on the side. Thank you again. It goes back down. As this evening takes you and your attention drifts into your mind and you start thinking about a few different things and you kind of think about Lady Red and think about your time back from your past. Before you hear Jason kind of like, excuse me, and you're like, what? And you realize that your hand is on the door to the captain's quarters right now.
Uh-oh.
Forgive me, Jason. I appear to have dozed off. A bit
You,
of sleepwalking.
Sleepwalking.
I sit back down. Resume my post.
Probably get some rest.
My shift is almost over. I think that that would be wise for me.
The captain's door would be locked, right?
Typically, yeah.
I was figured.
The evening continues on until again the morning where you find yourself sleepy, and then Usk, you have literally just been watching over Lucile's on the deck all night.
She sleeps.
She hasn't really said much. She eventually drifts off and like passes out. And she's just limp and laying there, quiet, sleeping or resting, unconscious, one of the two, three. But the morning does rise, and the rest of you guys who are sleeping eventually wake. Yeah. To the morning. Is anyone relieving Kushagra? Lucian comes up.
I'll come up. Just
I'll come up with you, just walking with you.
You got your mask
Especially
on
gonna
and all that.
boost, so
I'm going
Time to get
up,
some
up top as well.
I go up
Yeah,
as
so
well. I'm
just-
curious about Lucile.
I'm growing weary. I suppose. Need to rest my mind and contemplate things that happened this evening.
things that happened last night.
The effects of this object are. I am not immune to these effects.
It's taken a toll on you as well.
Yes,
The
I will
insanity
be sure
strikes.
to. I will let you all know if it persists further. Head down, curl up in my hammock.
Can write down so far I'm the only one. I just assumed Daniel's always got a little bit of something going on.
That is a safe assumption.
Perfect.
I make my way up towards Usk and Lucile.
I'm doing the same.
Same, I'm
You,
curious.
you okay, big guy? Is that a yes or a no?
That's a yes.
That's a superb yes. I don't speak Usk.
Blink twice for yes.
You need some rest, Oos.
This muscle over the metal eye was just like switching.
Go get some rest.
Alright, just before those things, he hauls Lucile off.
As she kind of like wakes up and screams at you, and swinging back and forth
I
from
wasn't
this thing.
expecting that.
You hear the like of the ship kind of coming over a big wave. And you see the string of the cord that she's dangling on kind of come and lose tension and then just slap back, and her body kind of like cracks.
Christ.
And you see like her head kind of like snap with from the impact of the dropping of that, and that happens often.
That's pleasant.
as the ship is heaving through these waves right now. It's kind of like a yo-yo.
You okay down there?
You just hear a scream. Like,
She's okay.
Don't let die. Fresh meat
Well,
burst.
You could have just left her on the deck instead of tossing her over.
Fear
She
God.
learned her lesson.
Sten like comes around.
Slices the meat.
What the heck you got over there? Did you catch yourself a fish?
With flavor.
A catfish.
A catfish?
A
Let me
catfish.
take a look. Is it big? That's a kushana. That's a whole cat. What? That's not a fish, Usk.
Meat still good.
Did we catch that out of the ocean?
No, we caught it out of the storeroom.
Shut up.
Oh,
How to say?
a stowaway. Well, she's caught then, eh? That's what you get then.
He spits at her.
Shut up.
Tim tries to spit, but it's kind of just like going like in her face.
Or like goops.
Yeah,
You're like,
exactly. Yeah.
Whiskey, maybe later on we get a little target practice on this one, eh? Stowaways deserve nothing better.
So long as meat lives still.
Oh, I'll try to make sure, but by the looks of it, that's a tough day I wouldn't want to be part of.
Don't let die.
I make no promises.
And he curls his leg up over the rope and up to the crow's nest.
Wanders off to the cabins.
Okay. Sleepy Olin comes down, goes back to bed.
I'm did not pay for that. I'm gonna follow Usk down to the cabins, but make my way to the kitchen
Okay.
and take up my post.
I follow in the kitchen to grab a bite.
So as you go down in the kitchen, it is empty right now. Which is normally there is Paulus and Cassian in there at the moment.
Just like you're making breakfast, Tyndale.
Yep. So she like just silently like puts on like the apron like on the hook or something, and she like starts immediately like getting to work.
Okay.
But she needs to get in the storeroom, I'm assuming.
Yeah, there was no ingredients at the moment to cook with currently, other than like some basic bare essentials as such. But
I can work with
you need
essentials.
you need fresh goods. Other than that, it'll be a brothy soup with nothing much in it.
Gross. I don't want to bother them.
I
got
tried
salt
it.
water.
It's a lot. Not proficient in.
Bring it
Oh,
back.
I would need a lot.
I don't have one of those either. I am gonna go knock on the door.
Okay.
And well, I'm also gonna talk about taking care of stuff. Don't worry about it. We good. We Gucci.
A moment or two passes before
Hey, Mom.
Paulus comes to the door and opens it up. Oh, what time is it? Oh.
So it's fine. If you could just let me into the storeroom, I'll take care of the food for this morning, for the crew and for everyone that's on board.
Yes. I don't have my keys.
Check Cassian. Ooh, disregard.
Oh.
Or does Lucile?
Under the fucking thing, right into it.
I seem to have bothered you.
Well, this is concerning. I do.
Tim is on the case. Don't worry, I'll find them.
The captain has a spare key to the storeroom. But I am
Easy.
concerned that they're not on my person.
Fix problem first. Explain later.
Maybe leave out, if possible, to the captain that I don't have them on me, that you need them without that. I'm
I'm trying to pat him on the back, but it's like almost like on his butt. And that's like basically where I reach.
I'm not exactly sure. Cassian is quite a bit of a mess this morning. Been consoling
no,
her.
usually, I saw the whole thing.
Thank you, Tyndale. Closes the door afterwards.
I'm gonna pitter patter my way upstairs.
Okay.
I'm assuming it. Oh, Zigzag threw them.
No, she might have not actually had them because when she came out of the
As
hallway,
Cassian.
she was spinning them
Right.
and then fell to the ground laughing. So she wouldn't have had them on her. Check.
Yeah. Can I check around the floor before I pitter patter my way?
To roll me a perception check. Should be about right.
Wooden spoon for that.
Yeah.
10.
They don't seem to be around.
Okay. Well, but you're around. You see me on the floor.
What are you doing, Tyndale?
We seem to have lost the keys to the storeroom.
Me? Would you like a hand?
Yes. We would like a hand, please.
Perception?
What's it mean?
Wait.
11. So not much better.
You see nothing. You see blood.
Gross. I'm gonna go and check
Oh, my
upstairs.
blood's still there.
Tufts of fur.
Even more gross.
Nobody cleaned that up.
Tim's gonna clean it up when she comes back.
Not yet.
So,
I mean, it's only happened last night.
I saw that go down. So I saw all that stuff falling out of her person. So
Yeah.
I'm just gonna straight up assume that Zigzag threw it into the water. So I'm gonna go straight to the captain's quarters and give it a little rest.
Captain will just
I
get
know.
no
it's
rest.
hate me, I'm sorry.
I think this is her first
But
interaction.
this is her first. Like I'm asking for something.
She opens the door and
No rest for the wicked.
Holy shit.
Tyndale?
I'm sorry to bother you, Captain, but
Seems urgent. That's totally fine.
well, can I have your extra set of storeroom keys? Please.
Why?
Well, you see, I lost them. No, I didn't.
No.
I didn't.
Wait.
Got this.
Lucile had them, and then now they are lost.
Oh no. We should probably see if she has them on her person. One moment. Let me get dressed. Closes the door. Comes back out, like just putting her coat over and swinging her keys. And comes back up to the bowsprit where she is dangling. Bring her in.
Barrett. Isn't it?
Nobody's up there right now. Who's
I
watching
am.
her? You're watching her. Can we bring her in, please?
How much is it going to cost you?
Stan! Zips down to the front and
Yes.
reel her in.
Ah, very good, Captain.
Swipes her in. Searches through her. There are no keys on this.
Well, when
Very well. They.
She has been dangling from this for quite some time. It's very possible that they just, fell out.
I did not expect to find them. I just hoped that we would. This is the only key left to this storeroom, so I will be responsible for opening it and closing it from now on. Follow me. Comes downstairs, knocks on the door to the crew's quarters, and Paulus! Opens the door. Yes, Captain. So the keys to the storeroom are amiss. There is only one left.
Look at me.
I'm not angry at you. These circumstances are beyond your control. If you need access to that room, please interrupt me once per day to a maximum. and you can get whatever you need, and then I will lock them up myself. I do not want anyone else scurrying about in that storeroom that does not belong there. Do you hear me, Paulus? Yes, Captain. Very well. No more screw-ups. Closes the door. Goes over, opens it up. Get whatever you need. Just leans up against.
Since I
Did you follow us down?
yeah, because after you guys dragged her up, I was curious on what was going on.
No one's watching her.
So I
Nobody's watching it right now?
No one's watching her.
Just Sten is.
Yeah, I guess that's
Oh yeah.
I remember what happened with when I incapacitated her. So I'm just like, could have sworn she had the keys in the hallway.
Roll me a perception check.
That is a 22.
Nice.
While she's waiting for Timtail to go in and get whatever you need, duration of that,
I'm getting
you are...
getting breakfast, lunch, and dinner at this point.
you're grabbing a bunch of shit. So like piling up food on the counter.
I'm doing like multiple trips. I can only carry
and she's
so
just
much.
like watching you go in and out.
Yeah.
And you are thoroughly searching, like going to the creases around the edge, where there's kind of cracks in the wood where it kind of slips down into corridors that are beyond sight, and you see no keys.
There's a lot of blood.
Dabbing through your own blood.
It doesn't even have to be magical. It doesn't even have to be tinkering. You can just.
Chances are that it fell in the water.
Something else did rifle through your pockets.
Maybe.
Yeah, but yeah.
Didn't she go through her pockets?
Yes, recently.
Yeah.
Like they pulled her over and were like, she is
So-
like nothing on her. Zigzag pretty much threw
Right.
all of her shit
Right.
in the water.
That's what that. Yeah.
Yeah, we would have
I should
seen,
update.
even though the creature's invisible, we would have seen him.
We would have seen shit coming out of her pockets. Yeah.
And like if he was bringing something back to Cruel, we would have. It doesn't make the keys invisible.
Yeah.
No, right. And
Yeah.
No, he didn't bring anything. So the keys are gone.
Keys are gone.
Bye, keys. Gone. Okay. Well, I'm just gonna bring everything out that I need for the whole day
So much stuff gone.
out of her pockets.
Did you have 2 crowbars? That's nice.
Lovely. Lovely.
And someone else has the bell, so she all doesn't. have
I assume when
either.
you asked me that, I've been preoccupied on getting food and stuff. I
She
kind
still
of
has her
looked around
backpack,
and I
but
was
it's
still
empty.
sitting there. Yeah, right.
Oh, and I guess.
The Tabaxi?
Yes,
Go. Why aren't you watching her?
Sven's up there.
You're the one that wanted her alive.
Usk's the one that wanted.
Usk wants to eat her.
And nope.
You're
I don't
the
need
one
any
that
help.
eats her alive.
I'm only waiting.
And now she's gonna grab her apron to work.
Okay. So
I'm gonna clean the blood.
I was going to say, Zobra's like, very good. I would like this cleaned up if
I'm
possible.
already.
Sitting
It
there, my
seems
stomach growling like.
I'll be with you in a moment.
it's looking like you have a good handle on things here. Are you able to cook for the crew today? As I believe Cassian is in a state, and it would be appreciative if Paulus were able to look after her. Thank you.
Aye, Captain.
Thank you, Tyndall.
Yo, I need to like
Locks
chef
it up.
points or something. Like
I
tell
was
me,
gonna say you better get some.
like, am I getting better at cooking as this goes along?
I mean, you've cooked in your life, so
Right,
it's like,
for myself.
it's not that different.
Yeah.
Just cooking more.
Chef feet. Yeah, I need a chef feet or something.
Oh.
Yeah.
Les
There is a chef feat.
Yeah. It's it's
Is it
really
really?
good. It's really good.
Yeah, you can like heal people.
Makes
Oh
sense.
damn, homie! Yeah,
Make
yeah,
delicious
yeah.
foods.
Anyway, so yeah, I'm just.
So you're cooking.
I am.
Zovra locks it up and returns to the top of the deck, where she honestly is just going to relieve Jason and take her position now. She's like, I'm already up. Go to bed.
That's another thing.
It's fine. It's like morning. She should be up. She's just been stressed out and stuff.
We are not
Um,
helpful.
Hey
So
man, I am making food for everybody on this boat right now.
yeah, that's pretty useful. So like the crew will come for their meals and all sorts of stuff as you are in there. During the day though, is anything anyone would like to be doing with the time on the ship at the moment.
Well, I'm currently waiting to offer.
So you're getting food. Shaga, you're sleepings.
I'm sitting up at the top of the
Same.
I'm doing my best cruel impersonation. I'm standing at the bow, looking
Breathing heavily.
scowling. It loses something during the day.
Fast boost compression.
Definitely doing a little.
Basket.
So, I suppose more importantly, who is top deck right now then?
Me.
Doom, doom. Just you two? And Usk is sleeping?
Sleep.
All right. So just you two.
Making breakfast.
Hanging
Making
out
for
with me.
breakfast.
All right.
I'm eating.
Food.
Yeah.
What do we want for breakfast?
So-
Yesterday.
Yeah, eventually breakfast comes in, but several hours pass by. So, are you just cooking all day? Like
bet.
your new polis today?
Yeah,
Okay.
well, I mean, if they're staying in their bunk, which I'm assuming they are, then yes, I'm
They
going
need a day to decompress.
Right, exactly. So
Um,
I'm taking.
I got a top deck already.
You're gonna go to top deck as well. All right.
With my
So
hood up.
you three who are top deck, you hear. Also, where is Lucile? She's back thrown over, or is she still under? Okay, she's swinging again.
For what this then?
I would have
She's wherever Sven would have put her.
He wouldn't wait too long before throwing her back over the side.
Yeah.
Charge of practice.
Forward.
Sorry there, kitty.
Throws her over. You hear her screaming.
It's definitely gonna rip down a little
She's
snake.
Yeah.
super getting fucked up.
I'm gonna definitely suck you down.
She's killing the con saves on it though.
Really?
Will to live is strong with this one.
Yeah, but will to does.
She has 9 lives.
Ah.
That was good.
That's funny. So at some point towards the later half of the afternoon, about 2 or 3, I would say, you hear Sten from the crow's nest.
Captain, there's a ship seen several miles in the southeast. I can't tell the markings from here, but looks to be another galleon.
Zovra's like, we shall move closer. We need to be sure of what this ship could be. It could be part of the fleet. About face. You feel the ship turn from the north to the south fairly heavily, begin coming towards that.
Oh, those poor cats.
So, oh man, she does like a full
Yeah, really.
as the ship turns to face the other one and start going towards you. You're like at least a couple miles away at the moment.
What's that, kilometers?
Pardon?
What's that, kilometers?
Never mind, I don't know. It's a strange conversion.
Yeah.
D&D goes in miles. I don't know. Don't worry about it.
Over in Canada, where you go? The rest of the world.
So it takes about an hour or 2 of sailing before the ship begins to get closer. Where you hear Sten from the top.
Captain seems to be unmarked.
Byron?
What? And there's not no markings on the sails or anything, Captain. What should we do?
Zovra's like, boat face, north, quickly, turn the ship. You feel the ship again just take a huge turn to the right this time, and Lucile just swinging from the bowsprit. And they begin to head away from this ship.
I'm gonna look and see if I see if I can I see the ship like with the naked eye?
You guys can see with the naked eyes. Probably, it's many miles away right now.
I just checked. I looked to see if it's making like an effort to come towards us.
It does seem to be.
That's good.
The captain is like kind of frantically like, hurry up! Sails! 2 up! 2 up! And is making a ton of orders on the ship, and you see crew like scampering around, trying their best to keep up with the orders, even though there are a couple people down. Sten is
I'm
like
gonna-
up and down and like reefing and tying ropes as the sails are completely doing another shift over. You feel the wind kind of take them again.
So it means I can help?
if you would like to
drop
do
my
stuff.
Post.
Because you're a professional.
I was able to take notes.
Oh, that's right.
Professional.
Yeah, if you want to step in and like aid some of the crew members,
Yeah.
sure.
I've spent some time on some ships. I'm gonna say to Zelra, I was just like, I can help where you need me.
Find a rope. Follow, and like gives you some general directions, and she just asks you to follow one of the and you hear kind of ready the cannons just in case. Wincy, it's your time. You kind of
I go and find a rope and then.
He's like in the gunpowder.
let's go.
John is
So as the day continues on, and you guys are sailing away from this ship, you hear you hear Sten from the Captain, they're definitely gaining on us here. I'd say by nightfall they're going to be within shooting distance. Well, there's not really much we can do about that. Keep steady course. Hopefully they will lose some of the wind here. We can only do our best. Keep the cannons ready, though. So as it drifts into about like 5, 6, 7, the day starts to become dark and night. Shaga, you will eventually wake up at some point during that and come about. What do you guys want to be doing?
I'm continuing to help on
Okay,
deck.
so you guys are helping the crew.
Best I can.
Davina,
still-
Timdale, Kshagra,
What time is it?
Usk. So it'll be like post dinner at this point. We've
So
been
then-
down there all day.
I have. It's all clean
served the
now.
crew. Yeah, it's all clean.
Yeah, exactly.
You got rid
I
of
got
the
my
pieces of,
apron,
you got
and
rid of the pieces of barrack that was
Yeah.
sticking around.
Cleaned all that up. I'm gonna walk upstairs to top deck and.
Okay, and it's frantic up there. People are kind of freaking out, like running around, like move, move.
I feel like that scene in Community when Troy comes in with the pizza and the whole apartment's on fire. Like, that's how I feel right now.
This is not the environment that I enjoy.
Okay. So I'm gonna find a person that I know and ask.
Oh, I'm not running around.
Yeah, you see like Lucian like grabbing a rope and kind of pulling it down with another person, holding the sails tight, and you kind of like poke him.
Oh yeah, exactly. You just feel.
What is it, Doctor? Sorry, I'm just.
What do you mean, Lucian? What is this commotion? What is happening?
Being assailed from a unmarked vessel from behind us.
Pirate.
You guys look and you see a ship, a galleon-sized ship, on the way, following
Would I
behind you
know
guys.
What shooting distance would be for a cannon?
You don't. Yeah, I don't think you do.
Since
See,
if,
maybe Barrett might, maybe.
Where's our master gunner?
Wincy is atop board right now. He's trying to ready the cannon as best he can.
Okay.
Ooh. Then could I help?
Yeah.
Can I like run up and ask and?
how far does sound travel?
Yes?
Can I help?
Well, maybe. What do you know about cannons?
Not a lot, but I'm a fast learner.
Okay, all right. Here, grab this brush and clean out the inside of that one over there.
Okay, so that's what she's supposed to do.
And make sure it's squeaky clean, and then we're gonna ram it full of this black powder here. You want some?
Actually, she'll do it. Yeah, for sure.
Sprinkle some into your hand.
It'll keep you sharp.
Oh my god.
Let's do this.
All right, let's go. Let's go. Go.
She'll start doing it too.
I've never seen Tyndale move so fast.
Yeah.
She moves fast.
Yeah.
Your dad was a gunpowder act or something.
Wincy, he knows what he's doing. Sure.
Wincy.
He's not the master gunner, but he knows pretty well.
Gets an addiction.
Since I think
He's been around for a couple hundred years. He knows what's going on.
Since I think sound travels pretty far over water, I'm gonna cast thaumaturgy and just yell at the other boat, "Go away!"
Go away! It proceeds down.
No, that didn't work.
Oh, what's your name?
What's your name?
Hey, what?
I'm just keeping an eye on Lucile. Yeah.
Swinging
Lucic
and
also.
I'm just like
Super hitting, like,
watching her with entertainment.
the ship is tried to pick up as much speed as possible, and that is causing some rough contact with the water. And she is fucking. She looks like loose spaghetti right now, hanging from it.
I'm gonna die down there.
Once Usk makes his way to top deck, he heads to Lucile, the bow spirit, as well.
You guys
Still alive somehow.
both make me medicine checks while you're looking at her.
I'll be keeping close to the
Well,
door.
it's cocked.
Captain's quarter?
So
Okay.
let's do that again.
It's a 4. It's me.
10.
It's me.
10? 4?
Just getting tenderized.
It's really hard to tell. She's swinging limply right now as fuck, though, and not screaming currently.
Should we bring her in?
Might be dead. Of course.
Wait, hauling her in. Thump. Drops onto the deck like a wet noodle.
Looks dead.
Can I check to see if she's breathing?
Roll a medicine check.
It's not that dice.
Okay.
19.
She's not breathing at the moment.
She's not breathing,
Looks dead.
so I start.
You're gonna try and revive her?
Yeah.
Okay, roll me a medicine check again.
You got a certificate for that?
What?
You got a certificate for that?
Yeah, she's
She took an afternoon course.
Yeah.
I got my Wimmis or whatever.
Watch the video.
21.
Stay alive.
It's chemicals. Wimmis, yeah.
21.
Okay, you are, as you're like pumping
Poor
into
girl
her,
probably just wants to die.
about a minute goes by before you're kind of breathing into her and you just.
Wakey, wakey.
She's just like exhausted and can't make words happen. Her eyes are barely open.
I gave her a drink of water out of my water sack.
I think she
Like,
needs more water.
she-
Fresh water would
Fresh
be
water.
You're pouring it at her
Give
mouth,
her
and it's
salt
like
water.
it's like hitting her mouth and just kind of falling out of it. You see, like a little bit is getting it. She kind of,
Like a cat.
yeah.
We still need you alive. For the time being.
Ooh,
Also, through your inspection, both of her shoulders are completely dislocated right now, and her ankles are like raw to the like her fur is completely gone and like
Oh,
I feel bad.
really harsh.
I
Giddy down.
snap the neck in place and then maybe bandage over her.
I'll say with the 21 on the medicine check, if you wanted to like fix her up.
Yeah, maybe just tape up so she doesn't, you know,
Okay,
get gangrene.
getting her back into like I can breathe and be alive condition. Okay.
Oh, it's pretty dark.
She's not liking her treatment right now. I think she probably would have rather had death.
Definitely not be happy with me.
Why don't you just let me die?
Because we need you. Tell us what we want.
I know
We'll let you
nothing.
go. Or live.
I told you everything.
Did you though?
She's kind of like,
Why do you think you're still on the bow?
Bow spirit. Bow spirit.
Bow spit.
punishment.
Well, that, but also we're trying to break you down.
Honesty. Your word.
I don't know what you want from me. I've given you everything. I have nothing left to say.
Bruce?
Chomp, chomp.
Just want to eat her.
He's dying to eat you right now. And he'll eat you whole. Well,
Try to.
try to.
Oh god. It's like a snake that swallows. Like, you know, yeah.
Death roll.
So as you guys are both having that conversation with her, roll me a persuasion check.
$16.
12.
Man, she's unbreakable right now.
Oh my god.
She just spits like water and saliva on the ground. I've got nothing.
Throw it
Just-
back out.
Kill me! As you're just getting tossed over the side.
Like, I will keep keep reviving you until you tell me what we want to hear.
Torture, Jesus.
Yikes.
I have the capability of doing it.
As you like see the throw over both of her shoulders just pop back out again, like muscles have not healed at all yet, but like so much damage is being done. She'll never be the same after this.
She'll never dance again.
She'll never dance again.
She won't be doing our party.
The person who was waiting to join is like, oh. Matt's like, not yet. Maybe.
One more.
In the wings.
Easy.
We're thinking about it.
So as you guys are helping the crew aboard the ship, you'll hear some of them like bitching and complaining. They're kind of like, "This is absolutely ridiculous. I don't know what we're doing. We're gonna die out here. Captain doesn't know where the hell we're going. Look at all you see is ocean. This place doesn't exist. What the fuck are we doing out here? We're gonna die."
Who's that? Who's saying?
Like the crew members amongst themselves. As you're going around the ship, like a lot of them are getting verbally like complaining. A few of them are trying to calm the situation down, but the general tone of the rest of the crew are on edge and kind of pissed off right now.
You're right.
Like people are dying. Shit's not okay on the ship right now. Normally, this is not
We're
a.
dying.
Oh, we also don't.
Well, yeah, 4 crew members disappeared.
Oh, I thought you meant like
Just to put it out there as well, we also don't know. Like, we don't know how like we're being spoken to, right? We don't know if it's connected to the chieflings, or if it's just whatever. We don't know if crew members are also
Experiencing as well.
feeling effects of
Yeah.
this, right? So they could be losing.
Losing their mind.
Right.
Not just start setting a session.
Right.
Note to self.
Therapy?
Come to my office. Come to my office. That'll be a 100
It's just your bunk.
That'll be 100 gold, please.
How much gold do you have? Oh, that'll do.
That'll do. That's exactly the amount I charge.
I'm sure Tim doesn't mind having.
I'm like your secretary.
Taking down notes.
mouth open.
Yes, write this down. Pencil them in for next week.
So as the day continues on, you guys pressing forward, and the night again begins to take over, and it starts to become dark. Zova is still at the helm. Skippy and Jason, like literally all hands on deck right now. Nobody's not on deck right now, except for of course Paulus and Cassian aren't really much help on top of the deck. That's not what they do.
It'd be a good time to go and take a nap.
You guys have gained no distance.
I mean, how much have they gained on us?
Some, but as it becomes dark, you start to lose sight of the ship a little bit as it fades into night, and just continue to press on as Zobra's like, we just need to continue on. We have the wind at our back. This is the best we can do. Keep the sails up, boys.
What's the plan if they get within striking distance? Do we shoot first, or do we let them?
We're not entirely sure if this ship is friendly or not. I am leaning on the side that it is not. However, I would prefer if we did not fire first in case they are our allies. There was one ship with the fleet. It is somewhat fit its description, but it is too dangerous to take shore. We are carrying more weight, and we are not as fast as them, very clearly. This does concern me. The galleon that left with our ship should have been very full and not as fast as this one. This is a worry. I feel as though this might be... this could be the shifters.
Shifters?
What now?
Right on me.
Suppose no more?
Everyone roll me a history check.
Not there.
Oh, you're not?
Oh,
You
that's
could
an
be up top if you wanted to.
18.
You're
At
awake.
the door, that's
Oh, you're at the
18
door,
as
yeah.
well.
Yeah, you can hear that.
Nat 20, baby.
Yes.
So 15.
All right.
Yeah, give me that history, baby.
So...
Who's knows? Shifter.
Ships.
You've heard of them.
Yeah.
I've
Is it kinda like the-
in the swamp place. The race.
They don't boom,
Big
mate.
floaty was a
like-
race.
like-
So,
Yep.
Big raft.
general knowledge in this for group. The shifters are a group of individuals who capture individuals, usually when they are children, and sell them for profit. They have been in operation for well over 200 years and are somewhat well known, but are scoundrels, pirates. You know, none of what they do is legal at all, but they use the underbelly that exists within the world to their advantage in this regard, and are largely involved with the sale of lives. They typically operate around the edges of the mainlands, but over the years have been growing bolder, and it has been known that they've headed to the Heart of Mora and brought back very interesting races from the Heart of Mora that have been sold all over. They've largely had interest in the Heart of Mora, it seems, and have grown bolder, and that reputation has spread around well enough that you guys would at least have knowledge of that, or those of you who rolled high enough, and sharing with the rest of the group, assumedly.
Oh, yes.
Zarva doesn't mention any more of it, and she just continues to steer. They're not to be trifled with. They will,
Just hope they're not that.
or worse. As the night comes, she continues at the helm. Zarva's a champ. She always makes her con saves. Good girl. Good girl. However, the night does become dark. Are you guys all staying atop deck
I'm continuing to help with that help.
and helping the
I'm
crew?
already in Canaan still.
Yeah, push through.
Okay.
Push through. Keeping an eye on our lovely captain.
So, as it goes into the evening of
How
half
long have we been
day,
up?
since the morning, so it's not
Okay.
like
Not too
terrible.
bad.
Yeah. Eventually, as you lose sight of the ship and the darkness of the night overtakes, the clouds roll in. There's very little moonlight. It's dark. Pitch dark. Eventually, and you hear sound of two cannons firing off the long distance away, followed by this loud splashing
Can we tell which direction they came from?
behind you.
I
Land
think that
on
was first
either
shots.
side of the hull. About maybe 50 feet away from the actual hull of the ship.
So I have dark vision. Can I see?
Not that far. It's like,
It's only 60 feet. Oh, 60 feet.
oh, you'd be able to see the splashes. Yeah.
Oh, the
But not
flashes
the-
are.
But not where they
The
came
ship.
from.
Okay.
As Zovr's kind of like, steady course. Be prepared to return fire.
Oh, no.
She doesn't know where it's coming from, so she's kind of like looking around. Eyes, Sten, Olin. I got nothing, Captain. Nothing. I can't see that far. It's dark. As another off in the distance, followed by like a hail, and you hear this. Then way far behind, probably about 200 feet behind the ship, you hear like a whole bunch of splashes.
I'm looking out to see if I can see where the splashes are coming from.
Too far away.
Is there no like flash we could see?
Roll me a perception check.
Oh,
Anyone who's looking, yeah, I suppose, yeah.
that would be.
You guys are all looking behind, like the back of the ship.
I'm itching to have a lot of cannons, so.
Ah, true.
12,
No, 8.
13.
6.
B.
11.
6, 13.
All of a sudden, we're like, we don't know how to roll.
Yeah, really
I'm
rolls.
not really focusing on the.
Oh, you're still focusing on the door. I
How
gotcha.
do I work?
Somebody's got to take point, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys unfortunately don't see where these flashes are coming from. Lost my place. At some point, like after that second hail, you hear Zovra, about face, prepare to return fire. And you feel the ship kind of come about, and Wincy's kind of like, all right, let's go. Lights up. It's called a slow wick or something like that. And it's like,
Are they like around?
Load it in! Grab the cannonball! Go!
as the other, fuck, I can't remember his name right now. Hold on.
Oh, yeah, because there were 3.
Whatever his nuts
Yeah.
I'm the
is.
3rd now.
And like 8 billion
You're the
things.
Hunter? Wasn't it?
Glaucus
Oh, okay.
grabs one of the cannonballs and kind of like walks it over, and you're holding the brush, and he puts it in, and you've already been instructed like ram it down.
All right, ready? Get the other one. Load it.
You guys load both of the cannons.
Prepare. Fire!
And they, and like the slide back from it. You did not expect this. Roll me a dexterity save. As this is your first time seeing a cannon fire up close.
Oh!
91?
Can I use it, even though it hit the ship?
Is it cocked or?
No, it's a 21.
Oh, 20. You managed to move out
It
of
was
the
a
way.
nat 20,
You're fine. You did not get crushed by the cannon, basically. It fires back into kickback, and you see Wincy and the other guy kind of beginning to roll them back into position. As you can't see what happened, but they fired off.
I'm not even watching them leave. I'm just.
Moments after that, you hear another from off in the distance. These sound like they're getting closer.
I'll continue to looking out to see if I can find the.
Roll me another perception check.
The ship is faced like this. You can either go towards
17.
the ship or
You
turn
see
fire.
the flashes. They're
Well,
probably
they probably have
about
different gun styles.
1,000 feet away.
I
Bread
point
food, different combat.
the direction and just yell out to Zolra that they're over there.
Yeah, it happens to be the direction that you guys are facing, so that's perfect. It's okay, very good, very good. Good eyes, Bennett. However, this second volley or third volley that the other ship fires, you feel one of the cannonballs slide past, barely missing the front of the ship, and you see chunks of wood smash away as it just grazes the very front of the ship, where Lucile is actually swinging. And a second one goes right across through the top deck of the ship. Everybody who is in the middle, so I guess it would be those two and yourself, and Kushaga, you're in the middle as well.
I'm up there
just for the
too.
sake of it, make me dexterity saving checks. And it should be okay as long as you don't roll really, really, really badly.
It's a 16.
16, okay.
Oh no!
That one.
Nat 20.
No.
Nat 20 again?
23 total.
Oh, Lucian.
Bye.
How much damage does a cannonball do?
Enough to kill the man.
I rolled a 10. I rolled a 3.
Natural one.
Plus 7 is 10.
God.
Okay.
Lucian's dead.
No, he's not. I'll
You are
save
gonna
him.
potentially get hit by a cannonball.
Cannonball with his guts. Never gonna dance again.
Can I,
I'm never
is it?
gonna
Do I see it coming? Will I have a moment to cast shield?
As a reaction.
As a
Cannonball
reaction.
coming in the dark.
Let's see. Roll me.
Roll the number one.
Give him a chance.
Well, I'm gonna roll to hit. So technically, it would be a reaction. I'll allow it.
Oh,
Okay.
Nice.
Not 20?
No,
Oh, it was bad.
I rolled a 3.
That's great.
So you see this cannonball coming towards you. You don't have time to move, and you just instinctively shield comes up and bounces off and. You're like, holy shit!
Can I see that go down? Because I'm definitely
Yeah.
gonna be woo!
I'm gonna start hurling firebolts just out into the darkness.
You see them and then drift. Yeah. They do not make it, of
That's
course,
so
but
blessed.
that's way too far for them to reach for sure.
I'm just gonna keep.
But it's
cannons that fire.
During
Can reach
cannon
500
fire.
feet, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the
Uh,
range.
I'm gonna keep hitting
They
until
shoot-
I hit something.
they shoot really far, and depending on the cannon, you guys
It
actually
can be a
have
really
small
bad.
cannons. They do not shoot as far. There are bigger cannons that shoot further.
We're drawing all of this from Pillars of Eternity.
You're getting shot by
Dead fire.
That's good. That's logical. I'm sure they do their homework.
We drag in Lucille.
Yeah.
So she can get hit by a cannon.
As you're throwing fire, why do I have this open? It just really is in my way. There
After
we go.
dodging cannonballs, I'm gonna tuck myself right into the stairs there.
Okay, fuck this. You hear Captain, hold fire, hold fire! We cannot outrun them. Extinguish the torches, darken the ship, close the sails. Hurry, immediately, crew! And everyone gets to
I
work.
cast Mage Hand to start helping.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, so this happens lickety split. Hurry, we do not have much time. This is our only hope.
Snuffing out candles with
The dick.
I guess I can cast Thermaturgy just attack the actually.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The deck. The deck
Yeah.
goes
all the
Yeah.
blades.
I'm just gonna cast Thermaturgy to get rid
all
of
the torches, everything.
All the torches.
Yeah.
That's cool, pal.
Yeah, I like that.
Nice.
Love that. That's so
That's
cool.
good.
As the ship goes completely dark, you hear from the distance. As a cannonball cracks into the side, you look down and you can see it wedged into the side of the ship, like buckling into this steel bracket that kind of holds the frame of it together. It's an impact, but it's only going to do a little bit of damage to the ship as the ship kind of from the impact. The other one you hear splash nearby.
We're hit, but it didn't go through.
Quiet! Everybody quiet! Shh! Dark! Don't want to hear any words. Quiet! Shh! As she steers the ship. You hear another off in the distance, and then probably like 200 or 300 feet away, you hear the splash of 2 cannonballs. Sofra kind of like softly, everybody stay quiet. Do not make any light. It's our only chance to evade them. So the ship is all but stopped in the water right now, and just silent. Sails are all pulled in, as dark and as inconspicuous as you could possibly be. About 10 minutes pass, no gunfire. 20. An hour passes. It's just dead quiet. Everyone in the crew is kind of like around the edges, holding ropes, ready to act at any moment. 2 hours pass. No ship is seen, no ship is heard. Suddenly, though, very far off in the distance, north of where you are now, and directionally speaking, you begin to hear gunfire again. And return gunfire as well. Followed by a thunder of return cannon fire. Holloway yells out, "The fleet! Pull the sails! We must hurry! Everybody, quick!"
Yeah.
Everybody gets to work, and you feel the ship kind of turning back to the north.
Should we light up the ship?
No, stay dark for now. We must make haste. We have not much time. This could be another ship from the fleet. Towards the conflict. Steering the ship.
Worst conflicts we ever.
About 20 minutes pass as you hear the cannon fire in the back, from the distance, continuing on. Eventually, sound ceases, and the echoes fade, and silence follows. The sound of the ship crashing through the water as fast as it possibly can. No. Zabra, speaking aloud to herself. Hurry, there is no time. Conflict. It takes a long time for you guys to catch up to this fight. But another hour passes. Still the dead of night, as dark as possible. Eventually the ship comes to a little bit of a slower pace as you kind of lose momentum in the wind. Drifting in the silence. Sovra orders everyone to be quiet, vigilant. Keep a sharp eye. Quiet. It must be around here somewhere. Anything you see, let me know. Everyone make me perception checks.
9.
6.
19.
Not 20.
That's
That's my boy. Whiskey boy.
Wangara.
Whiskey boy.
11.
How many of us have dark vision? I do.
Everyone except for us.
You're gonna roll a 20.
So would we get
I
advantage?
can see
or-
things in front of me.
The dark vision only extends about 60
Yeah.
feet. Like, you can not even see to the end of the ship
But I
from one
figured
end to the other. technically.
we might be able to see something before the
So,
That's how I was
as,
able to see the cannonball.
the human crew.
as you guys are heading northward, kind of come to the front of the ship to see as best as you can. You see nothing, darkness. You do eventually hear the sound of wood hitting the bow of the ship.
God.
You kind of look over instinctively and you see shatters of broken wood floating. And then as you look out, you see wreckage, carnage, and the last sinking of a large mast of a ship. Roll
Yeah,
a
I'm
perception check.
I'm looking for
Sales.
sails or markings.
17.
Yeah, 20.
Nice.
3.
He is. That's a
Fine.
17.
I got a 9 again.
You don't notice the sails as they are torn up too badly and it's too dark and you're using dark vision, so you can't really see color that well. But as you continue to float through and Zovra, torches, we need to see what's going on. Look for survivors! With the light of the torch, it's now clear as bodies begin to float around, of which you notice some of them bearing the colors of white and blue.
Oh,
Not a good sign.
Anything yet?
Is not a good sign, Captain.
What? Any survivors?
No.
Just meat.
Are there any ships?
But I'm seeing a lot of white and blue.
That's it. They're dead. Sails up. We need to get out of here as quickly as possible. Onward to the heart. She's looking kind of strung out and been sailing all day and is very stressed out right now, but as the sails widen again and the breeze is caught, you feel the ship lurch and you hear the as you make your way through a ton of carnage. Bodies, wood.
I'm going to continue as we pass through to see if I can spot any sign of movement or survivors in the water.
I'll help since I have some dark vision as well.
Perception checks.
Yeah, I would have done this.
That's a 10, or is that a 6?
That's a
Oh, that's a
20,
16.
dirty 20.
23.
Sorry, wait, what are you looking for?
Just see if I can see any movement on
Yeah.
Any survivors?
survivors.
I would be doing the same, but I would specifically be looking for farmer.
Yep.
Ooh,
20.
23.
So as you sail through this carnage for about 5-10 minutes, actually not even, it takes less time than that because you guys are getting the fuck out of Dodge. Zovra is not waiting around in this battle scene for any amount of time. There are no survivors, it seems. No one struggling to live, other than of course Lucile.
Well, we pulled her back.
Is
Yeah.
she alive? Well,
She's still alive.
attached.
She's still alive.
Bringing her back to life, I think.
Yeah, but she's still attached.
Throwing her back out.
As eventually you're finding yourself going to the back of the ship to continue to look, and you see nothing. You see, eventually, the darkness as you drift away from this conflict and into the night. Yuzovra, we are about 3 days out from the heart. Just need to make it there. It seems as though this carnage claimed both parties, at least, from the look of it. So we can be safe to know that we should not have to fear any more opposing ships, hopefully. Jason, if you wouldn't mind taking the helm,
The ship that went
I should
down
rest.
is that picture?
Was that the galleon?
She kind of like walks away from the helm of the ship. Her eyes are just like staring forward, and she kind of like goes down and goes into her room and closes the door. As the crew is kind of like, holy fuck, holy fuck, holy fuck. You hear a number of them muttering around and talking to one another like, this is not fucking okay. We did not sign up for this. This is a suicide mission. This is Captain's lost. We should go back. We need to go back. We should go back to the mainlands. You hear a number of people talking about that. A few others who are kind of like, what are you talking about? You don't know anything about this. We don't know where we are. We don't know which way to go or how far away we are. Captain said we have 3 days left. That's not that long. We're farther ahead than we were behind. These conversations amongst the crew continue, and everyone's really shaken, super rattled, except for Wincy, who's on a super high note right now.
Yeah, me too.
It's like fired a cannon, and it's like high-fiving you, like,
Yeah.
Ah, you did so well there. I can't believe it. It's unbelievable. I've never shot the cannon myself before, and we did a great job. Nothing blew up. I'm really surprised. Nothing blew up, actually. I don't know how much powder to put in.
They on the power.
Just snorted half the.
I'm gonna say that.
I think we put the right amount in. Maybe we'll put more in next time.
Speaking of powder, do you mind sharing some, maybe?
You want your own pouch?
Yeah.
You had a pouch?
Yeah.
I'll like pull out 7.
opens up the barrel.
Help yourself, help yourself.
Tim Bell's now an addict.
Yeah, exactly. I gotta beef up with this shit.
In your inventory, you can use that.
That's
Buff,
why.
debuff. Yep.
Yeah. Well, 'cause especially
How many
if I'm gonna-
spare pouches do you have?
I don't know.
Have some. You got a backpack.
Right, like a rustic.
This probably has fill the backpack.
I mean, if you want to put loose gunpowder in the backpack.
I would.
Okay.
I mean, then
Yep.
probably have a
Fill it
water
up.
skin.
Yes, I would.
Say Bob.
Yeah, I would say you
Probably have a
can.
water skin, don't you?
How many pounds can your backpack hold again? It's
I can carry 165 pounds. So
Jesus.
How can you carry more than me?
You can carry like 4 of
My
yourself.
Bag for fucking.
She's like an ant.
Yeah, that's why when you were like, cannons, I was like, yeah, let's do this.
And heaving it.
She's like an ant. She can carry.
Let's,
Yeah.
I don't, yeah, like,
You can put as many pounds as you'd like up to, I would say, 10 pounds maybe. Before it's like, okay, that's more than the backpack could hold.
I was gonna say 10.
All right, so
that's
10 pounds of powder is just loose in the backpack.
We powder beans.
Everything in there is just gonna have like
Yeah, like black
gunpowder
stuff
on
all
it.
over it,
Yeah,
I
awesome.
blow it up.
We call that character.
Tim Bell.
Call it dangerous.
Got a little something kind of right here.
It's like all,
It's all
my
over.
lap.
You have to like from the blast of the cannon.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's probably all over me to be honest. Yeah.
Dipping her.
You don't sleep
Um,
good
Her
tonight.
nose is like running. It's running like black.
No man.
Well, that was
That's
exhausting.
that's for when we turn the barrel into a cannon.
Well, we can just have satchel charges as well. Firebolt.
So the evening continues.
I try to get some rest.
And-
Back under the cabin.
Those of you, yeah, if anybody's not going to, you will be taking some con save to stay up.
I'm gonna
Except for
go.
Kashaga, who's actually kind of fresh. Sleeping.
I'm gonna at least take a little bit of a trance on top deck.
Okay, going top deck. Gotcha.
Staying
I'm
top deck.
going down to and just falling face first into the bottom bunk.
I'm going to my home.
Who's-
Assume like
Let's
trance.
go to sleep.
Okay.
She's had her night.
Yeah.
She's had
Sleeping. Okay. And Kashaga, what would you like to be doing?
I will stay
Keeping the
at
watch?
the door.
Okay.
I'm getting quite sleepy though. Shotgun.
Oh, if you're like on this part of the door, I'll be over there, just sort of.
Lean over and just trance it up.
Trains it up.
We love the Divina in her bunk.
So,
No one's out.
the morning does come, and the ship continues to sail. So it is now Eve's Day. It is relatively clear, cloudy skies. Vision is pretty good. Wind is pretty good. Conditions for sailing are fairly optimal right now. There's a somewhat of a strong breeze coming from the north that you're having to swerve through, but it's actually helping you the way that Zover can sail through it. But she's obviously back at the helm once this morning. So during this day, is there anything you guys would like to be doing aboard the ship?
Just gonna keep going fast.
I'm
Helping
gonna
me
go check
fast.
up on Lucile.
I will join
Okay.
you.
She's alive.
Join into
Let's see. Oh my god, she is the... I've rolled so well for her. She is...
Except for
she
when-
wants to live
Yeah,
so
except
much.
for when-
Couldn't roll that well when she was getting captured.
Yeah.
Meant to be, and
So I
like
bring
she
her
has,
back in just
like I said,
to,
some fail safes that she failed. So
Can I do some medicine on her to make sure she doesn't die?
you can give her another treatment.
Technically torturing her.
Yeah.
We'll say for the sake of remedy.
No, this is torture.
This is torture.
Yeah.
Flat out.
Yeah.
Good old torture.
3
11.
days of
Okay,
chemo.
it takes you a little while longer to kind of bring the attention back to her, but you fix her up again and then throw her back over. Oh, yeah. So bad.
Ready to talk?
Never. All right, so
I know how to
that.
torture.
Cassian and Paulus are
I have
back in the
my
kitchen, of
ways.
course, at
That's
this
right,
point.
I mean,
They've recovered and
Go hang out.
okay.
Just kind of silently, not really like saying a whole lot. I'm assuming
There's
they're
there's not a lot that they need to say right now either. They're quiet. Things are not okay right now. It's a little fucked up, and the ship is tense.
Yeah, I'm assuming I've already gone to the storeroom. So
You guys, so you're downstairs. You
Yeah.
guys are
In the room.
in the rooms up top,
I'm
up
back
top,
on top deck.
up top, up top. So those of you who are up top, and then Timdale, you're downstairs. So you hear, like you're in the kitchen, so you can hear some of the crew members down the hallway. There's some loud arguments, loud voices being raised, and you kind of like, and you see Paulus kind of like, what is going on down there?
I'm gonna walk to where the voices are coming from, but
As you do, the door crashes open, and let's see how many.
Hello.
I was not walking towards you at all.
How many what?
1, 2, 3, 4.
Are they night?
You hear them on Jason's door as well. It's time! And Jason opens up the door as well. And he kind of like pulls a sword out.
Mutiny.
Mutiny.
Yes, mutant.
5 go up the stairs. Onto the top deck.
I'm gonna follow them.
So you follow behind.
But, you know,
I
Chris,
know what
you're
I'm
at the
doing.
front.
am I the only one that has no idea what's going
You're
on?
there. Kushaga, you're
I'm
there.
like helping out with the.
You know,
I'm
taking
up
out of the
front.
storeroom.
What's that?
I'm in the storeroom.
You're in the
taking
store-
out-
Oh, yeah.
There are crew still up
Are you up
top
here?
deck as well, and then these guys are all.
Do I possibly hear arguments and yell like loud as they're coming through?
Roll a perception check. And then Davina's up there too. Okay.
Yeah.
So they're coming up the steps.
Nope.
Nope.
It's a 5.
Sten is probably in the actual crow's nest, but that's fine. Yep. I don't want to put the sails on because they just block everything. And you're
I rolled a 5. I'm in the room
you're in the room.
yeah, that's where I.
This one.
When I come up the stairs, I'm not sure how quickly all this is happening, but as soon as I'm coming up, I'm trying to grab the attention of someone that I know, whether it be Lucian.
Yeah, like Davina and Usk would be the first two that you see.
Yeah, so I'm gonna be looking at
Just as soon as we throw Lucile back over, we turn around to see.
And I'm going like
this
this.
Yeah, he's up
Coming
there,
up.
so the steering, those two are there. Sten is doing Sten things. As the crew is like
Aboard.
sort of marching towards the front of the ship. And a few of them begin to draw weapons.
I will be.
Hey.
Yeah.
And
I've gotten your attention.
You see, like, Jason go over to the two dwarves and you're either with us or you're against us. And puts the sword to Wincy's throat. And you see Stan like, what the hell is going on here? Captain! Excuse me? We're taking over the ship. We've had enough of this adventure. We're going back to the mainlands. This is accursed.
Jason, fucking Jason.
Quartermaster. Never would have suspected Jason.
No.
Jason was the man.
You see Skippy like, what's going on, Captain? Isn't it obvious? Pulls she pulls a sword out.
Rip.
Yeah, okay. We can do it.
I'll at least like start moving towards.
Paul Trevor's purposes, I'm not even in this.
I'm backing
I'm
up
not
to-
even in
And
this.
I'm
Well, that's what I mean, like,
follow
backing
them.
myself
I'm
to the
assuming,
door.
did you guys
See,
follow me when I grab your attention?
Yeah, move
Would you move closer
but
to
not
me?
completely.
Yeah, you guys can
Yeah.
place yourselves where you'd
The only
like,
one not
Yeah.
up here.
and you're the only one.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, it might get noisy enough, but
yeah.
you're still not hearing this right now.
I'm just sitting in the room, just kind of,
Thinking.
just, yeah.
So as Jason puts the sword to Wincy's throat, he's kind of like, he's, enough said. And slices Wincy's throat. And this is where we'll roll initiative.
This guy's dead. But screw Jason.
No more mercy.
Yeah, fuck Jason.
Nat 1. Oh, I was super shocked by that
So
one.
18.
Jason will be on his own. Oh,
4
Jesus.
initiative.
I'll roll just in case I come. You want me to roll just in case I come into the,
Just in case, sure.
That too.
Did you? Yeah, but you have a +7, so you're 12.
Plus
I'm a 6.
21 for me.
Nice.
Wow.
18.
4.
Davina was 18. Anybody get higher than 18?
21 for me.
Barrett, 21. Davina, 15 to 20, 18. Anybody next? 18, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11.
10.
Wow. I put way too much space between things here. Hold on.
Oh, yes. No, +1.
Usk got 11.
Usk 11, Kushagra 11. Oh, so Usk, then Kushagra. Man alive. Bad time to get a bad roll. 5,
4.
4,
6.
6.
Myself.
Yeah. Really suck. It does
Usk, Kushagra, Tim, Lucian, Barrett, Davina. That's everybody.
Man, Jason, I did not expect it.
Time for battle music.
Die.
We have battle music.
Nope.
Shield's
I
coming
mean-
out again.
I mean, the signs were there.
Yeah.
I don't know why I didn't expect it from Jason.
Not really from him, though.
No, the signs were there. Like, looking back on it, like, he was pissed that he had to take his thing early after all that shit went down with Cassian and Paulus, or with Cassian rather.
Yeah.
Right? He was pissed that he had to come up early, and so he was like, "Oh, I can take the handle," and he was like,
There's
"Whatever."
only
well,
so
yeah.
much a man can take before it breaks him.
But
I
his name is
guess.
Jason.
I know.
How bad could he be? Said every girl
Exactly.
who dated a Jason, okay?
All right. So, and it is time for battle. Barrett, you are downstairs.
Jason?
Is it Jason or is it Jason?
So,
Yeah.
since you're top of the turn, we'll have you make a perception roll again to see if you hear things, so for the sake of it.
Come on, boy.
That's an 18.
So, Barrett, you hear that. We'll say for the sake of, like, you are alerted and you kind of come out the door, maybe.
What the hell was that?
Yeah.
Just me.
So that'll be your first turn, is like,
And I'll make my way up.
okay. So, I'd say you'll use this and the movement to, like, come out and be at, like, the bottom of the stairs, so the next turn you
Yeah.
come up to simplify things a little bit. Next is up first, Davina. So you see Wincy just gets slashed in the throat. He is currently dying.
Okay.
Okay.
Dying.
Save. We can still save.
Cauterize the room with some gunpowder.
Give me a second.
It's
okay, we
I'll
got
do it for you. Can we speak out of turn?
I don't
I mean, to some degree, sure. Like, as this is kind of coming up, you can say something if you like.
Okay.
D6 ready.
And then
So,
Skippy.
Initially, I'm going
Can't say
to
Playboy.
cast.
Roll for Zavra for some reason. Oh, she's fast as fuck, actually. So she can go after
I'm
Davina
gonna-
then.
The bane of any like
Forgot
fighter
about that.
or
Skippy is evolution. Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna cast Healing Word on.
Okay. On Wincy?
Yeah.
Aw. For how many?
It's a D4 or something.
Yeah, 1d4 plus exposure.
It's actually kind of super convenient to have crew
So-
names.
7.
For 7 points.
Save!
He's back to life. As his throat just gets sealed back up and blood just kind of like dries up against him. He's Anything else you'd like to do at the moment?
So that was my bonus. That was a bonus action.
Yeah, so you could still do a cantrip.
Yeah. So for
You ring
The little kitty bell.
I'm gonna cast Toll the Dead on Jason for being a
On Jason, alright.
Take up the
He takes a
range 60 feet.
Wisdom?
That's not true, but
The sound of a door is now feels
Yep.
for a moment. So they must succeed on a Wisdom saving throw.
that is a 19 on the
Yeah.
wisdom.
Definitely. Yeah.
He doesn't seem to hear it as this like boom resonates out. Is that all you got? Okay. Next up is the crew. The traitorous crew.
These boys.
Yeah, they're going for. Yes, there's.
A lot
you
of
guys
people.
are kind of in the path of.
You guys had a
Jason's
good
little bit
spot.
here.
Yeah.
Jason's a little bit further. He's actually super damn slow right now. With us or against us, this is how it is. So
I'm done.
this guy here comes up towards you. Comes towards you. He's gonna start. I guess he'll make a pass at you as well. And this guy here is gonna try and kill him.
Is it just the two dwarves that are up here as non-mutiny crew?
It seems that way. And then
Other than these two
Sten
guys,
and
right?
those two guys are not really fighters. They seem to be not wanting
They're
to.
like,
Takes
Tuesday.
5 points of damage there. So he comes in with this and pulling this sword out and just slashes it into him. He kind of like tries to block it with his arm, and you see the sword just drive into this dwarf's arm as he kind of fighting and pulling, trying to pull a weapon out himself. He's okay, but he's not liking that.
He's never gonna knit again.
Takes a bit of damage. And then I'll do 2 attacks on 2 Kushagra. It's a nat 1 and then an 8. So those probably both miss. As they come towards you and you just...
So they just immediately start attacking me. I'm like, hey, I could have been on your side.
You're in the way. Yeah. And that guy who is going towards
You have made an injury
you,
today,
Lucian, is a 19 to hit.
I'm gonna have to take that one.
That's
the
7 points of
That's a
slashing
hard way to pass
damage.
up.
As he pulls out this kind of saber and just whooshing, or scimitar, excuse me, slashes it across you. You see this huge slice across your chest. Just. All right, let's go for it.
Alright. I will rage.
Yes.
All right.
Rage.
I will rage. Alright.
You know what? I won't raise.
You chose.
And making a great axe swing at Jason there. That is a 22.
Fuck yeah, that hits. Okay.
Get him.
Put him in a corner.
Bite his head off.
Doing 12 damage. Big slash.
So Jason
Was that
has
Jason? I
12
thought
damage.
I thought Jason was up at the.
He's
No,
right
he's
here.
that guy.
Oh, he's that guy.
Yeah.
And then
Ouch. So as you
No,
just
he's that guy.
cleave down into his back, it just. He's not dead, but holy fuck.
bonus action, hunter jaw. Doing
Okay.
a bite move.
Roll me attack.
Oh, this
Oh yeah, you raged, so rage is bonus
rage
action.
I was gonna say this
Good catch,
put
good
that
catch.
down real quick.
Yeah.
Ooh. Okay, so that attack. All right, next is Zovra, who's going to leap
Come on,
off
boy.
the rails
Oh, hell yeah!
Superhero landing.
and try to stab this fool who dares to go against her. Yeah, stabs into Kushagra. Ah!
Oh, what?
Kidding.
The double mutant.
Don't you mean that?
Zobra's mutinying her own ship.
It was a bad.
He's over it too!
Your ship all along.
Snapped in stress.
Armor class is 11 plus
Oh
6
my god.
So she
I
hits-
knew it.
twice.
You're trying to mutiny the ship? Well, mutiny your mutiny.
6 plus 3
You can't
plus
do
3
that.
is 9, 12.
Try.
Zovra comes down with her scimitar and just whoosh, whoosh, and you see his head just kind of before it kind of
Jason?
plops off.
No, the guy that's attacking
This
me.
guy
killed
is
that guy.
fucking dead as fuck.
Sorry.
In front of me.
And slices
He's the one
his
that
head
was
off before running across towards over here to go front to front to Jason. And that's all she's going to do at the moment.
Kill.
Damn.
Next up is Kushagra.
Disengage.
Shit!
How far? Actually, can I like hop over that railing since I'm disengaging?
Sure.
I like do a little.
A little
Fuck it!
I'm gonna just
Save me, Skippy!
run up to here,
Ah, no problem.
and I'm
We'll
gonna
skip you
start.
like
I'm not
groin
quite
kick
sure
you.
the action economy on. I know I already used my action to disengage, but like I need to get my bow out. Probably string it.
ready.
I think that's an action.
I mean, it's just it's free action to pull a weapon out.
I think it's a full action. String a bow.
I'll say for the sake of
This was unstrung.
for the sake of it,
Yeah.
it'll take you this turn to kind of get your bow, start to string it up,
Yeah.
and just like
Yeah, I'm just gonna focus on getting that ready.
Hey, you watch the one side, I'll watch this side.
pulls out Sharpie.
I can bonus action throw a dagger, right?
Yeah.
You can make an offhanded attack if you've made an attack.
Oh, you can only do it if you made an attack. Right. Okay.
Yep. So that's all you got. Tyndale, you're up.
Okay.
Makes sense.
If I were
Put that fancy
to,
sword for to
Then you'd be
use.
a
Might have
3.
to. How many is there? 2 of them?
if I were to,
I'm so stoked that we got to this point.
watch it.
It's all
Hey,
good.
go Zeus.
The inevitable mutiny.
I can
But
easily
I'm
get
playing
up.
for 2 weeks.
If I were to stand right here,
Mhm.
can I just hit both of these guys? If
Yeah,
that was a straight line.
Absolutely.
Okay. So I'm gonna cast Tasha's Caustic Brew.
Oh, okay.
Oh, nice.
So it's a 30 feet long and 5 feet wide line.
So it goes right through them.
Yeah, so they both have to succeed on a dexterity saving throw.
Jason gets a nat 1.
Oh.
And his
Stop it, Jason!
You are.
This is the worst mutant.
other guy gets a 13.
13 is my spell save.
Okay, so he passes.
Yeah.
Jason is in trouble. He's got an axe in his
No.
back right now, though. Ah!
Oh, that sucks. That sucks that Jason only got it.
The axe is still
Um,
in his back.
Yeah, you haven't pulled it out
Half
yet.
damage?
Just like digging it in
No,
further.
no.
Wiggling.
So only Jason is covered in this like gross acid right now.
Okay.
And he takes 2d4 acid damage on the start of his next turn.
Start of a turn. Okay.
Right, so-
Oh, so he just
That's
gets
why-
covered
Bad
in
Jason.
acid right now, and it just starts to burn through his clothes
That's
right
why I
now.
said it was just Jason and not the
Not
other.
good.
Gotcha.
So what you're saying is I should pair up my Tasha's hideous laughter with your Tasha's,
Yeah.
and so they just die laughing.
Double
in a pool of
Tasha's.
acid.
Oh, that's all you got?
Oh, that's horrifying.
That's horrifying.
Lucian, you're up then.
All right. I.
At least they died happy. Happy.
Should
Are
I use
both
the
of
short
those
sword?
guys enemies up there? Oh,
I'm gonna move a little
Those
closer.
two? Yes.
yes. Okay.
And use green flame blade to
Oh,
swipe
gosh, guys.
as my sword, the short sword, ignites in this lovely pinkish, hueish, and black flame that comes right through.
Such a
Love it.
Ba-ba-ba-bum, ba-bum. Shall I attack with the short sword first? Oh, oops, that's not right.
Yeah, and then it bounces basically.
That's an 11.
11 just hits.
11 just hits. Nice. Okay. All right. So it's 1d6. That's 6 plus 3, so
Yes.
9 points of damage to the first one, and the other one takes 4 damage from my spell save.
9 points of damage.
So 9 points of damage to the first guy.
You see blood spray off as he kind of turns back to you afterwards. He's not dead, but he hurt.
Okay.
That hurt.
And the other creature beside him gets 4 damage of fire damage.
4 damage.
Yeah.
Gotcha. That is Mace Guy Ferritread. 4? Gotcha. His arm just burns. Starts patting it out. Next, Skippy. Haha.
Skippy!
He is not fight. Like he's just.
He is all Sharpie.
I'll watch this side of Kushagra. You, if they come up here, I'll make sure to stab them.
So he's gonna ready his action to try and stab somebody if they come up. Next is Jason. So he takes damage at the start.
Yes,
So roll me some damage.
Yeah.
You might live through this if you roll really badly.
Yeah.
Ooh.
That's a
Wait,
level.
so he's 18.
Ooh, is it 5 points of damage?
Oh, he has 1 hit point left.
Suck it, jeez.
Turning around,
Actually, that's so weird. I read that wrong.
he's going to turn around and attack into Zovra as he, like, axe sticking in his back, and acid burning through him. He just takes a wild swing out towards Zovra.
Triangles up.
Just manages to hit, actually.
So what happens
And
if Jason dies and Zovra dies?
she takes 4 points of
He's
damage.
probably
I
not
was the
senior.
captain this whole time.
Skippy's probably the
As it just like slices across, you see her manage to get most of her guard up, but a little bit of the blade kind of comes across and cuts her hand a little bit. She goes, but that's all. Barrett, you're back.
I
you
make my way upstairs.
come back up?
You hit
Oh
us,
yeah.
So you come up to the stairs and
What
see
is going
shit
on?
is going down right now.
It's a shit store.
Watch your tail.
Say it takes you like maybe 10 feet to get up that way.
I turn. There's 2 fighting Lucian right now.
2 fighting. Well, yeah,
I'm fighting too.
you're fighting too. Yeah, exactly.
I'm gonna turn to Lucian. I'm going to give him a bardic inspiration.
Nice. Appreciate it.
Okay.
And I'm going to cast Distant Whispers on not the one next to him, but the one next to the one next to him.
going up the stairs.
The blonde one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I
Wisdom.
did 4 too.
It's a 4 on the save.
That is not a
I
save.
don't think he's gonna like this. I don't think he's gonna
On the
like
whisper,
this.
What's deaf, dumb, and blind, but tells no false, or tells no lies?
See him like batting out fire before he's like, huh?
That is 9, 10 psychic damage.
He's like, huh, what?
Heart attack.
Heart attack. Falls off the side of the
It was a mirror.
Little blind.
Falls dead against the steps.
Little blind resident.
Skippy's like, alright.
And I
Ah, we got him.
and I just kind of you like, what's going on?
Davina, you're up.
Alright. How far am I?
These guys have moved to hide behind this pole,
Yeah.
basically. They're like, holy fuck, holy fuck.
You're like 60 feet away.
Oh, I forgot to do an attack from fucking Sten. Ah, he missed.
Yeah,
That's
you're
right.
almost exactly
my
60.
boy.
Almost
Yeah.
exactly.
He would have come around to attack this guy, but failed.
You can
Damage
use
spent.
your dash. You can use your action to dash.
That guy also failed, so it didn't matter. Okay.
Yeah.
If you're trying to cast a spell that takes 60 feet, though, you could.
Or you, if it's not touched.
It's not touched.
I got my shieldies. Unless it was only
I'm going to
19 on my-
cast Healing Word on
God
Okay.
bless you.
So you kind of like
So that's
sing out to the Lord of Death.
4.
Heal this one.
Yeah, this is right.
D4, yeah.
It's D4 there, my dear.
No,
For healing
What's
word,
the
yeah.
word?
right it is.
D4 plus
You're not
1?
wrong, I think.
Spellcasting. Plus spellcasting.
Oh, modifier, there you go.
Yeah.
So plus 4 or something for
I
you, I
would have
think.
appreciated
Plus
it.
3.
So 7.
7 points. Nice.
Shaboom! Right
Back to
up.
full health.
Back to full.
That's so ridiculous.
Easy come, easy
You
go.
only
eh?
have 8 health.
Yep.
Wizard.
Wow!
That's all you got? Or, well, you still have a cantrip, I guess.
So yeah, I'm gonna cast a cantrip.
Yeah. Like to be.
Can't believe Jason lived through that. That's awesome.
You are?
But Jason's
Not making it
Hey.
next turn.
Jason?
I mean, he could if he continues to pass
I'm right
things.
beside him.
Got 1 hit point, baby. 1 hit point.
Stab him with your glowy.
Lucas before me. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
stab him with your glowy spoon.
So I'm within 60 feet of Jason.
If everyone.
No,
Yeah. I'm gonna cast Toll the Dead again.
On him?
Yeah, I need you to make a
That's a
wisdom.
7 on the save.
That is not.
As like he turns around and slashes towards Zabra, who kind of like flinches. All of a sudden, his head just kind of.
And it's because he's already been dealt damage.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it is a D12.
Well, he did.
Yeah, he only has one hit point.
Reminder.
So he just kind of drops down.
I'm not good with this. Okay. But yeah, it was
I'll just put
10
it over here for
anyway.
now.
So he's like
He's
dead
super
in
dead.
one second.
Super dead.
But and yeah, that's really my turn.
All right.
Nice.
Crew. What remains of it? It's actually not going super well, is it?
It's going
So this guy will attack into you because you're right there.
Happy bro.
Nobody's putting down the
What is
weapons
it,
after
7?
Jason dies?
7?
That's a fail.
Like 4 others.
Yeah.
Dropped dead.
And
No
that
one
guy,
else dropped down
he's
that
going
early.
to
Like,
turn
so-
around,
Ask them
Yeah,
first.
bring it back.
or I guess he's going to try and finish off Glaucus.
Dangle all these people off
11
the
to
front of
hit,
the
just
ship.
barely makes it.
Kill them all. Well, screw that.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah,
So this guy who is fighting Glaucus kind of fights off Sten's attack and then comes back in and slashes right into him. And you see him go. Drops down. He is dying.
You were too
Oh, wait.
young.
No. Whoa,
That's your powder monkey.
Again?
No, Wincy survived.
It's like I just brought him back.
It's all those guys, actually. That's it. Usk, you're up.
Alright. Move in for next target.
Bite him.
Nom nom nom. Good feast tonight.
Hello. Going for the great axe attack.
Okay.
Job.
This guy's actually
That's
unscathed. I'm just going to call him purple.
15 to hit.
Oh, yeah, that hits.
Alright.
Coming in from behind. Just.
Parts of Jason's back still on the axe.
6.
6 points of damage. As you kind of slice across and you get the most of the meat of the blade, but again, it's pretty dull, so it just kind of bashes into him. You see this chunk of flesh kind of split apart from the impact. But he's still okay, alive-wise.
Do a hungry jaw bonus action this turn.
And we'll see after this then.
You won't bite.
Say 16 to hit.
16 will hit.
We are.
Oh, yeah.
It's Bolden. Glaucus is down.
8.
8 points of damage?
Yeah.
That boy is dead. Are you biting? How are you killing him, actually?
Bite his head.
I fucking grab him, like his upper torso in my jaws, and just raise him up.
His legs are like flailing around for a moment before they just kind of split apart.
Eat him like a T-Rex.
And like they're loose noodles like flailing in the side.
After like a good fucking couple, like 5 good chomps, I just fucking get them out.
His body flies over the side of the boat. You hear him splash. Wow.
That was awesome.
That's all you got. So Zabra's up actually. She would like to quell this if possible. She comes around to the backside of this homie.
See the last one left?
Natural 18 and then a miss. For 3 points of damage.
You can't be wrong. It was rolled.
He's he's not quite dead, but that
You
hurt.
got this. 1v20.
Fair
fight.
So that's her. Kachagi, you're up.
Shit.
I feel like this is like I'm in the process of like intricately stringing out my bow. I look around.
People are
at all
just
the dead
dying.
bodies.
Yeah.
I feel like I do like the Indiana Jones thing where like grab a dagger.
Alright, roll me an attack.
Cut the gun.
He has, slightly more than 1 hit point, but he's pretty hard. God,
Your dagger.
dagger throwing
The dagger's always.
This is your time to shine, my
7.
End him right now.
barely misses.
Really misses. Well,
You see it kind of stick into the clothing of him.
I got one more shot. Opportunity.
Okay.
Another dagger.
Would you let it slip?
I rolled a 2. I rolled
Even worse.
even worse.
There's so much sneak attack potential too. These guys.
Oh no.
He's living. He's just gonna live.
Into something.
Timdale, you're up.
Okay.
They're actually
Yes.
just fighting their way in.
Fighting is in Kashagra's thing, I guess.
I guess.
And
And not when it doesn't count yet.
The
You
water.
know,
The waterbender.
when it's a disadvantage, maybe.
The wind took that one.
It was the wind.
oh yeah, I can get all the way.
I hope you're
I'm gonna move
Hurdle the cannon and like.
here. And and can I still hit him without hitting her? Do I gotta?
I'd say there's a way that you can.
I can move.
You can manage
move,
it.
I can move right next to him. Is it
Blast him.
Yeah, that's fine.
like I'm good? Okay.
You're good.
Okay.
Go on, Pikachu.
It's our ship now.
How many do you do?
Pikachu!
Lightning blur. with my finger guns.
Oh,
All right.
And it's a strength saving throw.
That's a 5 on the
Okay,
save.
so he gets 1d8 of damage.
So he comes towards you and then just gets
Yeah.
shocked. As soon as he comes within 5, I believe,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
And I'm
And you're there,
back
so.
to it, so. That should be
See, his body kind of like magnetized to you, and his back is turned, but he kind of like for
8 points of damage.
8.
Oh, you did.
I mean, how would you like? This is the final blow here.
I just, I don't know.
So his body like comes towards you as you're finger gunning him, and you see the lightning kind of.
Kind of, I'm actually gonna do. Can I like blow him a kiss and then have the lightning like come out of my fingers
Yes.
that way? Yeah, that's cool stuff. Yeah.
Gets a little confused look on his face first before his head just kind of like his teeth like melt out of his skull, and his flesh kind of like falls from his bones as he kind of.
Man.
And Zobra, who's standing right there, just kind of like slices him, putting him out of the last of his misery before his body falls. And that is where we will end our session for
You
tonight.
murdered.
Wow, that's
You just had to
crazy.
murder half the crew.
Many World Masters' Heart of Mora is recorded in Chibuktuk, in Mi'kmahi, the ancestral and unceded territory of the Mi'kmaq people. This territory is covered by the Treaties of Peace and Friendship, which recognizes Mi'kmaq and Wolastoqiyik title and establishes rules for what is to be an ongoing relationship between nations. We are all treaty people and proudly support working and cooperating together to create a peaceful community where we can all live our best adventure.